balanced economic growth, then a lot of things would happen. You'd see a lot of technology sharing back and forth across the border with the U.S. and Canada. Probably more relaxation in the university with the U.S. and Mexico. We could share that technology with our neighbors, and our friends in Mexico could make a living in a whole lot of different ways and organize themselves to better resist the narco-traffickers there. The anti-trade tensions that are building up, not just in America, but all over the world, would tend to abate if you had a lot more new jobs, because then you'd have wages rising again. Let me remind you, one of the problems in America with openness to trade is that before the economic collapse on September 15th of last year, before then, 2/3 of the American people after inflation had incomes that were lower than they were on the day I left office in January of 2001. Because we weren't producing jobs, we weren't growing. The countries that have grown the most in the last decade, except for those like Canada that have a lot of natural resources, are the countries that are going to beat their Kyoto Protocol targets. The countries that have become most clean energy oriented, most energy efficient. They've opened all kinds of new job opportunities, new business opportunities. So I think if we did that, and we cooperated with China, we cooperated with India, we worked with the Europeans and the Japanese, and we built here in North America a kind of a powerhouse of clean, efficient energy that was focused on maximizing job creation, I think it would change the world. I think it would change the future. And I think it would have the biggest impact of any single thing we could do. Do I think it's going to happen? Yes and no. That is, I do think the United States will adopt climate change legislation. I think that it will not be as strong as I wish it were, but I think it will be enough to get us down the road and rope in the other countries and get a decent agreement in Copenhagen in December. But let me just ask you to keep in mind one thing. At Kyoto, there were 40 countries in 1998, and Al Gore and I helped to hammer that deal out. There were 160 countries that signed the agreement. 40 wealthy countries had very specific targets that were supposed to meet. Only 4 are for sure going to make it. Only 4. So yeah, it was terrible that America didn't sign it after President Bush became president. But it was also terrible that 90% of the countries couldn't figure out how to meet the targets. So we're not going to fight climate change if the price of it is telling people in Alberta they have to lower their incomes 10%, are we? It is not going to happen. The Chinese and the Indians will not do what they should if they think the only way to do it is to get poorer. They'll think it's some plot by us to keep them down. The only way we can get this done is to answer a simple question. How do you do it in a way that's good economics? So all of us should be in the how business now. How do you do it in a way that's good economics? Thank you.
Back to that business-oriented approach. What are the biggest obstacles and challenges in the way of the goals of your foundation as it strives to achieve its goals?